Then I was sealed, and like the wintering tree, I stood me locked upon a summer core, living, had died a death, and asked no more. And I lived then, but as enduringly, and my heart beat, but only as to be. Ill weathers well, hail, gust, and cold I bore. I held my life as hid at root in store. Thus I lived then, till this air breathed on me, till this kind air breathed kindness everywhere. There where my times had left me I would stay. Then I was staunch, I knew nor yes nor no. But now the wishful leaves have thronged the air. My every leaf leans forth upon the day. Alas, kind element, which comes to go. Send forth the high falcon flying after the mind, till it come toppling down from its cold cloud. The beak of the falcon to pierce it till it fall, where the simple heart is bowed. Oh, in wild innocence it rides, the rare, ungovernable element. But once it sways to terror and descent, the marches of the wind are its abyss. No wind staying it upward of the breast. Let mind be proud for this, and ignorant from what fabulous cause it dropped, or with how learned a gesture the unschooled heart shall lull both terror and innocence to rest. Light at each point was beating, then to flight the sapling bark flushed upward, and the welling tips of the wood touched at the bound, and boughs were slight, and burdened beyond telling. Toward that caress of the boughs a summer night, illimitable in fragrance and in sound. Here were the bluebuds, earlier than hope, unnumbered beneath the leaves, a breath apart, wakening in root dusk when the air went north, lifting the oak leaves from the northern slope. Their infinite young tender eyes looked forth. Here all that was frail to bear a heart. This that is washed with weed and pebblestone curved once a dolphin's length before the prow, and I, who read the land to which we bore, in its grave eyes, question my idol now, what cold and marvellous fancy it may keep, since the salt terrace swept us from our course, or if a wisdom later than the storm, for old green oceans tinctured it so deep. And with some reason to me on this strand, the waves, the ceremonial waves, have come, and stooped their barbaric heads, and all flung out their glittering arms before them, and are gone, leaving the murderous tribute lodged in sand. For once before I came its way, in hours when summer held her breath, above her innocence at play, knew the leaves deepening the green ground with their green shadows, there, as still and perfect as leaves stand in air, the bird who takes delight in sound, giving his young and watery call, that is each time, as if a fall, flashed silver and were no more there, and knew at last, when day was through, that sky in which the boughs were dipped, more thick with stars than fields with dew, and in December brought to mind the laughing child to whom they gave, among these slopes, upon this grass, the summer-hearted name of love. Still can you follow with your eyes, where on the green and gilded ground the dancers will not break the round. The beech trunks carved of moonlight rise. Still at their roots the violets burn, lamps whose flame is soft as breath. But turn not so, again, again, they clap me in their wintry chain. I know the land whereto you turn, and know it for a land of death.